Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley with, wait till you see this, folks. This is the largest interview we've ever done. We're making YouTube live history, at least for our program. We have the McQuaid Knights here, and we're going to start with Coach Tony Fuller. And we've got 6 of his players here now, and we've got some other guys in the waiting room, 4 in the waiting room. So we're going to start our first segment here. And the reason we're talking to all these guys is they're state champions for the second time in 3 years. Steve, want to recap it? It's a fantastic weekend for McQuaid. And I can't ask you guys what it's been like to walk around school as state champs because you guys are out of classes. But Tony, let me start with you. How well have they been playing the last couple of weeks? I know certainly a close one. Both were close, 7-6 and 4-2. 7-6 over Massapequa in the semis and 4-2 over Fayetteville Manlius. How proud of you the way these guys played in the state Final Four?
Yeah, incredibly proud of them. It's what we worked for all year, what we talked about, and for them to go out and do it. And it's not by mistake that all these guys are here for the interview. It took a team effort, everybody to step up and get it done this weekend. But yeah, super proud of them and excited for them that they got to finish it off.
Jeff, one interesting component of this is that Will and Dan had been the top 2 pitchers all season. And in the semifinals against Massapequa, both had to pitch and neither could pitch on Saturday. And Will had the interesting, the rarity of starting the semifinal game and then coming in and getting the save. So, Will, I know you've been lights out all season. You had gone about 6 complete games without giving out a run. And then in the semis, early on, you didn't have it. You came back and you won 7-6. How satisfying was that for you to see your teammates rally around you and deliver as you had delivered for them all year?
It was really awesome. I mean, they had my back all year, and especially that weekend. Everyone, I had an off game. Dan had my back. It was great to come back in and close it out, but we all had each other's back this weekend, and that was the main part.
So let's go around the horn here real quick. Why don't you guys open your microphones up? And Luca, why don't we start with introductions? We'll go with Luca, Will, CJ. Just introduce yourself, guys. Tell us what position you guys play.
Yeah, sure. I'm Luca Shimataro. I'm a junior. I play first and third base.
Will
Taylor. I'm a senior pitcher and outfield.
CJ.
CJ Phelps. I'm a senior and the catcher.
Tanner.
Gazi, I'm a senior and I play second.
Dan.
Dan McQuaid, senior first baseman, right-handed pitcher.
And I know that's Aiden Stewart, leadoff guy, right? What else do you play?
Yeah, Aiden Stewart, I play shortstop, senior.
All right. So was it tougher to win the first one, fellas? I'll open this up. Tanner, we're going to get this one to you, Tanner. Was it tougher to win the first one or the second one, Tanner?
I think both were equally intense. Probably semis really got us going. I mean, the other team was chirping heavy the entire game, so it was really tight the whole time. Obviously, had to come back. First time in a while, we'd probably been down in a game, so that was intense. But final was equally, just had to pull out wins, and we did it.
You know why Massapequa was chirping? Massapequa is the alma mater of a famous comedian named Jerry Seinfeld. So you'd expect those guys to be a little with the mouth, right? So kidding aside, tremendous comeback for you guys. And then to go on and beat Fayetteville Manlius. Tony, did you know much about these teams going in?
Yeah, as much as we could. We knew, about the arms of Massapequa. We knew they were talented coming in. Every year we've been in the state semifinals. We lost them in 2017. They won in 2018, and then they were there when we won in 2019. So it was kind of, a heavyweight fight, you would say. And, we knew they had a talented pitching staff just like us. And that's why the game was so weird. It was not the game that we expected. And, it just, shows a lot of our guys that we can win games that, might not be traditional to the baseball that we play.
Dan, I'd like you to jump in on that. You've been a starter much of the year, but you come in the third inning and hold down the fort for 4 innings, giving your team a chance to win. What was your approach mentally coming into a state semifinal game? And after Will just admittedly had a little bit of an off start, and what was your approach to keep your team going in a win or go home situation?
So my mindset coming into the game there was to kind of just stop their momentum because they had all the momentum up to that point. And I tried to really just hand the ball off to my offense. The way we've been swinging the bats lately, I knew we were going to be able to come back. And then when I got hurt, it was great to see Will come back in and finish it off. So, yeah, it was a good game.
Now, you're going to go to school at Binghamton, and so you're in the state semis, and you get to pitch on that mound where you're going to have your college career. How cool was that for you?
Yeah, it was super cool. Seeing the facility, it really blew me away. And throwing on that mound, it was a lot of fun.
CJ, let me ask you, what is this when this young man comes to the mound, Dan, and he's coming in relief of your ace? What's the catcher say to get this guy going?
Yeah, obviously it was a big spot, so we just needed to, make sure we weren't trying to do too much. And, I have full confidence whenever Dan's on the mound. So, we were calm, we were relaxed, and, we got the job done.
As the leadoff hitter, the shortstop, a key cog in the middle of the field, usually 1 or 2 runs had been enough for you, but you needed to score that day. What was your rallying cry in the dugout?
I don't know. The fact that we had each other's backs, probably. I mean, some innings we would score no runs, but then the next inning we would rally a couple hits. I can remember one inning. I don't know if it was the 5th or the 4th, but we had 2 outs, man on first, and we ended up scoring like 3 runs after that because I think the next 3 got hits. So I mean, yeah, just rallying off each other and picking each other's backs up.
Luca, did you sense any nerves, any concern you guys falling behind this ball game, or was it just more fuel to the fire to get the Knights pumped up?
I think there was definitely nerves. We'd be lying if we said there wasn't. I can't remember the time before that we were down in a game. So I think we were all kind of in a spot where you don't know what to do, and we all just kind of looked at each other and decided this wasn't the way we were going out, and we did whatever it takes to move on one more game.
And I'm guessing a 3-run home run from Will Taylor probably got you guys back jolted again. Will, tell us about the home run. What pitch was it? What was it? Do you remember the count? And where did you hit it, young man?
It was in the park. I think there was a ball, and then he threw a fastball that was kind of elevated. And before the game, I just thought about taking the pitch the other way. So I punched it out to right center, and then aggressive base running, as coach always does it, rounded me around third and ended up scoring. So it was awesome.
Any play at the plate or no?
No, not really. It wasn't very close.
Standing up. Fantastic. Steve.
So, yeah, fast forward to Tanner. What was the bus ride home like on Saturday afternoon and evening? Jeff and I were at a dance recital. I've been getting updates on my phone throughout a dance recital. So I knew that you had won, but then that three-hour bus ride home must have been pretty memorable.
I mean, it was awesome. I mean, we went down there on a yellow school bus, and it was honestly sort of brutal. But the ride back, it was awesome. You didn't mind the bumps. I mean, there was music going. Everybody was happy as could be. And it was just all we've talked about for the past 4 years for a lot of us. So it was just great to see it come true.
Well, we have a whole nother stable of McQuaid Knights coming in our second segment on this interview. So, guys on the screen, congratulations. I know everyone in Section 5 is proud of you and been rooting for you. That's for all those public school coaches. Just kidding. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm going to keep doing it. Congratulations. We're real proud of you. You guys have a fantastic
Before we
memory.
let them go, other than Luca, these guys are all seniors. Tony, talk about the senior class and your message to them so they can hear, going out what they meant to this program.
Yeah, they meant everything. I mean, they know how much they mean to me. They know how much I love them. And, again, I push them so hard and get after them so hard. And, because I know, what they're capable of. And they proved it this year. It's no better feeling as a coach to send the seniors off with the state championship. And I'm excited that they get, to experience that first of all. And then, they'll get to cherish this years down the road. This team will always get to come back together 10, 20 years. and relive this stuff. So, I'm really happy for them, and, they know what they mean to me. I don't have to say it too much.
We'll take a quick break, guys. Great stuff. Congratulations again. We'll take a quick break. As we do that, I want to tell you about our friends from Bath Fitter. If you need your bathroom remade in one day, they can do it in one day. They offer great financing options. There's a reason Rochester, the Bath Fitter folks here are one of the top outfits in the entire country in terms of sales. It's because they do great work. Simple as that. So look at the number on the screen. Check out the website, bathfitter.com, and have them come take care of you. We'll be right back with more McQuaid Knights baseball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports.
Looking for a used truck? Can you find one out of 350? At BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com, you'll find one. Love SUVs? 800 are waiting for you to take one home at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com. At 350 pre-owned sedans, and you've got a total of 1,500 used vehicles only at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com.
Bob Johnson's got you right. Bob Johnson.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. With hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
The best three things here at McQuaid are definitely the sports, the brotherhood, and the service to community. I think that's a really big, important thing that McQuaid stresses, which is part of creating a better and great man. You definitely feel a connection with your fellow students here. It's being all guy school. You're able to relate to each other on a personal level, and everyone's very welcoming here with open arms and willing to be your friend.
Local McDonald's operators care about our local schools, teams, and student athletes. That's why they support the return of high school athletics in the Rochester area and around the state. See you before or after the big game at McDonald's. Welcome back, Section 5. Game on!
In these challenging times, our dedicated team at American Custom continues to provide top-quality installations to every customer. With guidelines and restrictions changing daily, we apply attention to every detail. You can trust our team to make sure the job is done right.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff DiVeronica and Steve Bradley with the Class AA state champion McQuaid Baseball Knights, 19-5, a second state title. And Coach Tony Fuller's 7 seasons, also won in 2019. And in segment 2, we got another cast of thousands here. Guys, I'm going to call out your first name, and then you introduce yourself, tell everybody what position you play, and actually what year you are in school too. So Ed Hall, we'll start with you. Hello, Ed.
How's it going? I'm Ed Hall. I'm a senior, and I was a pitcher outfielder.
Matt.
I'm a sophomore. I'm a right-handed pitcher.
Matt Wilmarth. Zach Allen.
I was an outfielder, and I was a senior.
Was a senior. That's weird. Is that weird to say yet, man? That's got to be weird. I was a senior.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but.
And how about you, Will? Will Rosati.
I am a senior, and I played outfield and pitcher.
Steve Bradley, take it away.
Coach Tony Fuller joins us. So McQuaid wins 7-6 Friday semifinal. Uses Dan McElhiney and Will Taylor, their top 2 pitchers in that game, not eligible on Saturday. So Tony, obviously you have to get to the finals before you worry about who's pitching. So you get through the Massapequa game. take us through your thought process to figure out your game plan for Saturday.
Yeah. So, I mean, Friday we went in, with the mindset we were going to win at all costs. Not to take anything away from Pine Bush or FM, but, we thought that was, the game to win. So we, kind of went in with that mindset right away. Obviously still didn't expect, to go to Danny so soon. But obviously once that happened, once we, burned both those guys, I honestly, there was a little more of a layer to it because Danny got hurt, and he's our first baseman. So there was obviously, we got Ed Hall that was available to pitch, but losing Danny at first base, we weren't comfortable. For me, high school baseball, being first baseman is a really important position. You handle the ball so much. So we felt, we had to go with Eddie at first base. And then that came down to obviously, Maddie Wilmarth, sophomore, super talented. I honestly was up all night, didn't make my decision till probably 8:30 the next morning. I think I sent out 3 of the same texts to him, to Eddie, Maddie, and Will, just saying, hey guys, I haven't made a decision yet. You got to prepare like you're going to get the ball tomorrow. And I made my decision at 8:30 that we were going to go with what we thought was our best defense. And Maddie's been up with us. His first year would have been 8th grade up with us on the varsity team. But COVID happened. So that just shows how mature he is. And the moment isn't too big for him. So, I didn't think the moment was going to get to him. I thought he was going to give us our best chance to win with our defense. And, obviously it all worked out, and, he pitched unbelievable.
You guys win the game 4-2 over FM. Matt Wilmarth, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, only 1 run. As the semifinals are going on, Matt, are you thinking in your head, I could get the ball. I could get the ball in the championship game, or you really weren't convinced until you got the call from coach?
Yeah, I knew after the game that there was a strong possibility that it was either me, Ed, or Will. And I knew that, whichever one of us were going to go on the mound, that there was a chance that either one of us were going to come in relief. So I knew I had to be ready. But I also knew that there was still a chance that I could get in during that Massapequa game. So I couldn't look past that. Still had to stay focused on that. And then as soon as the game ended, then I started thinking about the next game, how to prepare, how to mentally prepare, and all that.
So Ed's another kind of piece of this puzzle. He played first base, and you got hurt early in that game, Ed. It actually had to come out, and then came back and got a big double in the 5th inning. And we see you, Will. We know you got the last 6 outs. You're coming up next. But Ed, that big of a game, obviously you don't want to come out with the injury. What happened to you, and then why did you feel comfortable coming back in the 5th and delivering that big hit?
So start out first play of the game, ground ball gets hit to our shortstop, Aiden Stewart. Really close play. Kid was moving down the line. And so I ended up stretching a little bit too far, felt a snap in my hamstring, and got up and really couldn't put much weight on it. So was really feeling it. I thought I was going to be able to play through it, but kind of went to go and hold the runner on because he ended up being safe, and kind of realized that I wasn't going to be able to keep going. So, I mean, it really sucked, but in the back of my head, I was just thinking, how quickly can I get back in this game? Our Trevor Kevin, I worked with him all year through various things. And I mean, he was great. He worked with me the entire game, basically, until I re-entered.
What was he doing? What was he doing to keep you loose or try to loosen that up?
So he had a massage gun that we were using, some manual stretching too. And then just kind of letting me go out and run. I ran a couple sprints in between every innings, just trying to see how it felt, if I could get out of the box and re-enter and up, I guess, pinch hit situation kind of, because that's what it ended up being basically.
Did you go back in and play defense or just pinch hit?
I ended up going back in and playing defense, but initially I thought that it was just going to be, okay, well, I might just pinch hit and then I would exit again. So, but I mean, in my head the whole time, I was just thinking, I'm trying to get back in this game. This is my last game in a McQuaid uniform, and I don't want to spend it sitting on the bench.
Did you have to talk coach into doing that?
A little bit. I think coach trusted me though. I kind of, when my spot came up and when I ended up going back in, I kind of waved him down. I was like, hey, like, I'm good. Like, I got this. So I guess he trusted me. We've had a good relationship like that. So I think it kind of made his decision easy.
Tony, not a bad call, huh?
No, he was leaping out of the dugout. I couldn't stop him.
And then Will comes in last 2 innings, got those final 6 outs. Will, let's talk about the last out. You're on the mound. You've mowed him down, fly ball to left, balls in the air. What are your thoughts, and what was that dog pile like?
You know, I was just thinking like all the hard work we had put in all year into that one pitch. I was like, I got to get it done right here. And I knew right when it was hit, like that was it. We won. And the dog pile was awesome. I gave Ed, CJ, and Luca a hug right before I jumped on at the end because I had to give CJ a hug first. I mean, I've been throwing to him since I was 10 years old. So it was an amazing feeling.
What was it having a guy like CJ? We talked in our first interview this year with you guys, Will, about his value, but how much does he help you personally in kind of keeping you in the moment?
I mean, it's unbelievable what he does for me. Like the last batter, actually, after every pitch, he would just point to me and say, "It's just me and you. So just keep me locked in to the pitch," and we got it done. It definitely helped me a lot.
Zach, how about for you? You're a senior. Last weekend, last game, you had a senior-laden team, and to get through some of the adversity you guys got through to win that game and walk off with the ultimate prize, what was that like?
It was definitely a great feeling. I know for me personally, and I'm assuming the rest of our seniors and our team, we weren't ready to go out, and so we just put everything we had into it, and we came out on top.
So is Matt the only underclassman here? Everyone else has graduated? So Matt, what do you got coming back next year?
Just a lot of returners. Now that Luca's one of our big returners. But it'll be a different team next year, but it'll be, still same end goal.
Another challenge, right, Tony? Another challenge.
That's right.
So Tony, I mean, you've done it twice, and each weekend there's been drama about going into the last game. With the Hunter Walsh for 2019, we didn't know if he'd be able to go. He goes out and he throws a no-hitter, and then these guys pull it together. What about your role as the coach? Do you like being the architect and seeing these pieces come together? The mad scientist part of it is what generates you the most? What gives you the biggest kick?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely makes it more challenging, which makes it more rewarding at the end. But it's all about the guys. I mean, if it goes smooth sailing and at the end of the day, we're in the same dog pile, that's all that matters to me. I just want those guys to have a great experience playing high school baseball and ultimately, come together as a team and understand what it takes to go, battle through adversity, right? That's life. You're going to get hit with adversity all throughout your life, and it's, how do you respond to it? And my role in their life is as a high school baseball coach. And obviously we want to win, and nobody's more competitive than me. And I know that, rolls off on them. But at the end of the day, I want them to have a really good experience. And, I hope they had that.
Well, anytime you win, end the season on a win, it's pretty darn good. So only one team gets to do that. So McQuaid Knights, congratulations. Appreciate you coming on our program to end our school year. And Coach Fuller, congrats once again. I know you're a heck of a coach, man. And keep it rolling. All right.
I appreciate it, guys.
For Steve Bradley. Guys. Thanks, guys. For Steve Bradley and our producer, Joe Brott, I'm Jeff DiVeronica. Thanks for watching us right here on the Coms and Ferris High School Sports Show.